The nature of human evolution is that every single invention, innovation, artwork, language, and yes, individual themselves is the result of hundreds, no, thousands of exchanges across the entire planet over time. Perhaps the best term to define human reality is Creolization. Derived from linguists, Creolization is the process through which Creole languages and cultures emerged. The term evolved from the Latin creare, to create or be created. Although first used by linguists to explain how diverse languages blended together to create new or Creole languages, today we can use the term to refer to the natural process of change or exchange across cultures, making Creolization the more accurate representation of virtually all human expressions, cultures, or identities, and arguably the oldest and most practiced tradition in all of the world. Therefore, cultural science requires that we recognize ourselves as being variations of the single human species and products of human exchange over centuries. A beautiful illustration of this, Gao Hong, is among other professional titles a Chinese Pipa artist. The pipa itself is born from an enormously long evolution of multiple lute-like instruments traveling the pathway of Africa to North Africa, to the Middle East, to India, to South Central Asia, before first being mentioned as a pipa in 200 CE. But more fascinating is Gao Hong's own path as a world fusion artist.
So if you want to hear how I started with the improvisation, is I think it's the funniest story. Yeah. So I came to this country, I had no idea what blues, what jazz. I never heard of that because I was graduated from the Central Conservatory. It's a conservatory style. There's never told me jazz. So I came here, I couldn't speak a word of English bad or something. It's a kind of they want to find something you never played it before. So he left a long message to say, I would like to play with Gao Hong for this Walk Arts Center to play. He said, this three amazing musicians, you should have just sing it. I said, okay. So I went there at 6 o'clock. They had a sound check. I was blown away. I couldn't understand that the bass can play like that because I was in China, only see the classical bass. I was just like, what? You can play like that? I was totally just shocked. Then I started doing my sound check. They were shocked because they are guitar player. They go play this way. I go this way. They said, what? How did you do that? So we both group, me as a solo, they played the first half. I played the second half. We both respect right away, just couldn't express how incredible our music is so different. But the last piece, they said, okay, now it's our turn to put it together. I said, what do we do? I said, what do we play? Which song? Oh, we don't have a song. Just play whatever you want. I said, what? So here's the story. I said, which key? They asked which key. I said D. So he started with a D. I started with a D minor. So we crashed right away. So we both looked like, oh, okay, something wrong. So we both quickly turned. We just follow the other one. We got it right. Suddenly, everybody plays solo. I didn't know that's the form. Everybody solo. Suddenly, everybody stopped except the drum. It's my turn. I looked, no melody, nobody played. Oh, it's my turn. So I just played whatever they played. I just picked up from my hearing, whatever it is. After that, people stood up. Just unbelievable. They never see the Pipa. They never see a Pipa play. And Paul asked me, I didn't know you know how to play blues. I said, what? What blues? So I had no idea what I was to play a blues. I started with my first ever with the blues. So I just don't know what the blues was, but and since then I just fall in love with this collaboration with the improvisation. So in 1997, that was a very early time. Not many people even do this world music collaboration yet. So the Shubhendra Rao, who is the Ravi Shankar's best student, and he was lived with Ravi Shankar for 15 years. He said, wow, your Pipa sounds, look like so much similar for the sitar. Do you want to play something with together? I said, sure. So he came to my house the first day. We couldn't make even one sound together. It's just terrible. We just couldn't find the common ground because the Indian music is so complicated with the rhythm. Then the raga is so much of differences. I couldn't get anything. And for Chinese, it's 2/4, 4/4, very balanced. The yin yang. Hardly ever do a 3/4. Here is 5/6. 5/8, and I just no way. First day we just looked at each other. We give up. Second day he came, we give up. We couldn't get a common ground until third day. I finally say, okay, what are your toning? Now I finally find the problem. Their open string, my open string A D E A. His is sharp G, sharp G, sharp C, sharp D, whatever it is. No wondering we can't find the common ground because we're crushed like that. Then I realized that Indian musician never read a score. I said, how about we do this? Could you sing in your rag? I will write it down. Write down what your skill. I'm not write down your melody. I'm just write down your skill. I will adapt it from there. That's how. So the piece you hear the morning only took us 2 hours. After we figured out, I retuned my pipa. I wrote down the scale, down, da, dee, da, 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 whatever is the scale the raga was. That's it. Then I just follow. Every time he play, I will follow. And every time he does something, I will follow. If he did a 6/8, I will do a 6/8. If he did 3/4, I do 3/4. I just pick up from whatever he is and until I improv and he improv. Then that's it. So the 2 hour we just set up that I remember when we put on the YouTube, the went viral because so many comments say, look at this. If that time we have Iraq war, if everybody who like this, there's no war in the world. So, and guess what? Ravi Shankar saw it. He called Shubhendra for him in the middle of the night because he in California. Ravi Shankar was in California, and he talked to Shubhendra, said that was the best collaborate pieces you did. So the butterfly actually is one of my composition because the reason I wrote the butterfly, butterfly is so beautiful, but they lived so short. So I use that to dedicate it to the people for my teacher passed away and for my sister passed away too early. So, but why you wanted to use Vina, why you want to do that? Because for me, after I had so many collaboration with the Indian musician and the people from other culture, I really wanted to use my composition skill to use part of the raga in there and part of Chinese, part of Western music we're thinking. I wanted to compose a world music fusions. So that's why the butterfly come in the beginning. You can hear the Vina sing, Vina play and singing beautifully. It's kind of a little in the manner scale with little sadness because you're for me as I was dreaming of a butterfly in my dream. In the dream, I saw my sister. Then you can hear the dun, dee, dun, dun, let's go to a 6/8. I hear me in the dream dancing with my sister. So the happy moment, how I feel. Then in the end, we woke up, the raga came in, then the singer ended it with a sad tone. Here's the reality, your family it is gone. So that's the inspired me to write. I added the cello. It's kind of like a deep voice of my emotional sadness, and with the raga, with the kind of, I just want to be a fusion. That's the idea of the butterfly.